We live in really strange times. On the surface, it looks like we've got it all information at our fingertips, the opportunities everywhere, and tools to measure, to track, and optimize every part of our lives. But beneath all that, there's something which is growing really fast. And it's not confidence, it's not clarity, it's insecurity. In fact, I can even say that we are living in a bull market of insecurity, a never ending bull market. In fact, when I interact with very young people, mostly college students who attend my sessions, one of the biggest things I sense in their words, even if they don't directly say it, it is insecurity. It's there in the way they talk about their careers, their relationships, and the future. There's something hidden behind ambition, sometimes masked as overconfidence, but it's there. And honestly, I get it because I felt it too. I grew up with a lot of insecurity myself, and it was not the kind that was loud and dramatic, but the quiet type, the type that shows up when you hesitate to speak because you think your ideas are not good enough, the type that makes you compare your life and your journey with someone else's. It wasn't something I could name back then. It was just there. And for a long time, I thought the way out of insecurity was achievement. If I could just do more, be more successful, prove myself more, the feeling would go away. Well, the reality is that it never did. Over time, as I learned more about myself and from lessons of some of the wisest people I read about, I realized something really simple but hard to accept. And it's that insecurity does not disappear when you achieve more. It just changes shape. You might stop worrying about the things you used to, but new doubts and new insecurities sinking. They are different voices, but the noise is the same. And it's not just a personal thing, it's everywhere. Look at how people get pulled into financial scams, like the recent case of a financial influencer who was fined by the Indian stock market regulator SEBI for duping people out of their hard earned money. She promised quick returns and financial freedom. But the thing is that she wasn't just selling investment advice, she was selling certainty. And when you are insecure about your future, like those gullible people were, certainty feels like gold. But it's so important to remember that social media and influencers feed off this insecurity. They sell us curated lives, perfect routines, flawless skin, and quick success stories. And they don't just sell products, they sell the illusion that if you buy what they're offering, you'll feel better about yourself. You'll be less insecure. That if you follow their morning routine, or you invest like them, you dress like them, or live like them, you'll finally feel secure. And we buy into it, not just with our money, but with our attention, our self worth, our peace of mind. But no amount of likes, no amount of followers or validation can fill that gap because insecurity is not something you fix with external stuff. It's an inside job. What's worse is that it shows up in very subtle ways. Like when you have that urge to check your phone 50 times a day, hoping for some notification that makes you feel relevant. Or the panic when someone else gets a job, the promotion, the applause, or more followers and likes and comments that you thought you deserved. And not to mention that fear of missing out, not just on investment opportunities, but on the life you think everyone else is living better than you. Now, one reason insecurity grips us so tightly is because it makes us feel out of control. And when we feel out of control, we try to fix the situation. We chase productivity hacks, we chase self help books, we watch motivational videos, which are all great tools, but sometimes just band aids on a deeper wound. Now, the question is there a real antidote to insecurity? Can we ever feel secure within ourselves? And honestly, is feeling insecure really such a bad thing that we need to fix it? I don't have perfect answers, but here's what I have learned, not from books, but from my own experiences in life. First, it's important to notice insecurity without trying to fix it. When you feel that tightness in your chest, that urge to prove something, just pause, name it. Ah, this is insecurity. That alone, I think, can change how you relate to it. A lesson I've learned from Jiddu Krishnamurti, one of the greatest thinkers India has produced, it is that insecurity is not just about being afraid of losing things like money or relationships or success. It's deeper than that. It's a fear of not being enough without those things, of not knowing who we are without the labels we've given ourselves. We think if we just hold on tighter, like work harder or plan better or control more, we'll feel safe. But life doesn't work that way. It is messy, it is unpredictable, and no matter how hard we try, we cannot lock it down. Krishnamurti also says the problem is not insecurity itself, it's that we fight it so much. And what if we didn't? What if we just sat with insecurity? We felt it without trying to push it away. That's when something shifts. Not because we fixed the fear, but because we've stopped letting it control us. We realize we are okay even when things are not. Maybe that's what real security is, which is not having everything figured out, but knowing we will be okay even if we don't. The second way of handling insecurity is to focus on what you can control. You can't control the markets, you can't control other people's opinions or even what happens tomorrow, but you can control your actions, your habits, how you show up. So important. The third way you can handle insecurity is by redefining success. Instead of asking, am I successful? Try asking, am I aligned with what matters to me? The world's definition of success changes with trends. Your values don't have to. And the fourth thing, stop comparing. I know easier said than done, but comparison is like drinking salt water. The more you drink, the thirstier you get. It never satisfies, so focus on your own path, your own pace. And finally, remember this, insecurity is not a flaw. It's not a sign that something's wrong with you. It's just part of being human. The problem isn't that we feel insecure. The problem is that we think we should not. And you know what the paradox is? It is that the more you try to escape insecurity, the tighter it holds on. But when you sit with it, when you notice it, even befriend it, it starts to lose its grip. So the next time you feel that familiar, anxious, insecure itch to prove something, just because you cannot feel secure within yourself, just pause and remind yourself, you're not broken, you're just human. And it's perfectly fine to feel insecure, but it's then important to get over it. Thanks for listening. If this resonated with you, please share it with someone who might need to hear it. And as always, please keep playing the inner game. Thank you so much.